everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today it is NatChat day. If you don't know, NatChat is a series that I created here on my channel that allows me, I'm Natasha if you don't know, to chat to you guys, NatChat. To talk to you guys about different things that are on my mind. Sometimes I talk about very serious subjects like advice on life or discussions about life. And sometimes, like today, I want to tell you guys funny stories that has happened to me. So today is going to be my most dangerous experiences. I have 3 stories to tell you. One is really crazy and 2 are slightly less crazy. I hope I can fit all 3 into this video. The first story that I'm telling you guys is the most crazy one. It happened in Costa Rica in the fall, probably September or October of 2014. 13. Playa Tamarindo to be exact. I was on a 7-month language travel alone. But of course I met international friends along the way of my travel. But I went there completely alone. So I had been in the school for a few weeks. I had a few friends and we were on the beach on a Sunday afternoon just chilling. After some hours, a couple of our friends come by and they ask us if we want to go on a crocodile tour. Now I can explain. There is the beach of Tamarindo is normal salt water, but right next to it there is a river of fresh water where crocodiles can live, and they don't come to the beach but they live close to the beach, and you can go on a boat ride on this river and see the crocodiles. So we thought, yeah, that sounds cool. It was not so expensive, we had nothing to do for the afternoon, so we thought, yeah, that sounds good. Now I will say that this organization, or it was not even a company, it was just random local guys that have a boat and they offer to take you on a trip around the river for money. But it is not a business or a company or any kind of organized situation, which we would discover later. So we get in the boat and we start to sail out, and it's all pretty cool from the beginning. The boat driver that we have is a little weird, but we thought that's the local people. He's probably a little lonely and getting a little weird and a little special throughout the years of loneliness. So that's okay. And we were just sailing around. We saw already within the first 5 minutes, we saw a lot of crocodiles, like really near the beach. They were just chilling on the sand and just like we took a lot of pictures and it was really cool. So we sail further into the river and there are many trees around us. There are not any people around either because it's in the middle of the jungle now. About half an hour or an hour into the sail, we start to pull up to the shore of the river. And we get out because this is a place where you can see the monkeys, and the boat driver starts to yell like really loudly, really weird noises, like to call out the monkeys, and they start to communicate with him, and that's really cool. Oh, that's so great, that's so funny, ha ha ha. So we saw the monkeys, we heard the monkeys, he was really weird, the boat driver, and it was all good and fun, but also a little weird. Throughout the whole sail trip, my friend had noticed that this boat driver had like a plastic bottle full of water that he has been drinking. Normal. But he had been getting more and more weird throughout the whole trip, and we wondered like what is going on with this guy. So my friend had, when we were on this island, he told us this later, when we were on this island, the boat driver threw his bottle away because it was empty, which you should not do in nature, but that's another thing. And he had smelled the bottle and it smelled like vodka. Alcohol vodka. So we didn't know, he didn't tell us this until we were back, and we had no other way to get home but with this boat driver, but we didn't know anything yet. We didn't know that he was drunk. So we got in the boat to turn around and sail home, but we noticed that he was being even more confused than before and even more weird. For some reason he couldn't turn the boat and he kept like driving around, sailing around and trying to find different areas where he could turn, but he couldn't turn. And we thought, you've done this trip 1,000 times before, hopefully, so you know where to turn. So it took a really long time for him to find a way to turn the boat around to go home. And it was the afternoon, let me say, and it was getting dark. And we were like, oh, we really need to get home. We really need to turn this boat around so we can get home. And there are crocodiles in this water. I do not want to be stuck here for the night. So finally, he turned the boat around and he started to sail home. But during the ride, he was sailing a lot, like to the one side, to another side, like really uneven path he was not sane anymore and he was drunk. So we sailed back and everything went pretty well. Then we came to like maybe 100 meters away from the spot where he could drop us off from the Playa Tamarindo. We could see home ahead of us. We just needed to get there, but this is where things went really wrong. So the boat driver was now crazy, wasted, drunk out his mind. And he was talking and talking and talking and making jokes and talking in Spanish. We didn't really understand a lot. And we didn't want to talk to him because he was being really weird. He had this like steering wheel, like a stick that he could steer the boat. He put it in an angle to sail straight. Then he started to walk towards the back of the boat to talk to my friend who was sitting behind me, or to our friend. And we could just see the boat is going like this. It's going towards the shore, directly towards the shore, and he is not noticing anything. He is talking and talking and talking, and he is not seeing that we are about to crash. But then we are like, hey, hello, do you want to crash and die? I don't think so. So then he rushes back and grabs his stick and he makes the boat go straight again. Great. Except he continues to do the exact same thing all over again. He puts the steering wheel or the stick in an angle that we go straight, and then he walks back to the back of the boat. Are you stupid? We are now again going towards the shore, directly towards a bush of trees. What do you want to do with that? What do you expect? So this time we had a lot of speed on the boat. He did not have time to run back from the back of the boat to the front of the boat to save us. So we continued to sail directly into a tree that's hanging like over the shore. So we sailed directly into this tree. My instinct is to jump on the ground. So like all of us, we do this. We jump on the ground and nothing happens to us. The seats kind of take the sticks that are coming into the boat. So nobody gets really hurt, except the fact that if the boat had crashed, it was nighttime, there was no people around, and there were crocodiles in the water. Great. Thankfully though, nothing happened. The guy was shocked, like the rest of us. He started the boat again, or he continued to sail the boat, and we got home safely. We were not happy with him, but we just hurried away. We didn't want to have anything more to do with him, and we just discussed the situation with him, agreed on what we would do from now on, which was not pay him. He still wanted money for this, which is hello, you almost killed us, so no. And then we just walked away and we tried to continue our Sunday night. And that has been the story about how I almost swam with crocodiles in Costa Rica. It might not be the most crazy story compared to what other people have experienced, but I count myself lucky that this is the most crazy story that I have. But I still think it's worth sharing because it is crazy. Like, who gets drunk on a boat when you are in charge of 20 students? Are you crazy? He was crazy. Hopefully this video won't be too long, but I still want to tell you just the two other ones because they are too small to put in a video for itself, and I just want to throw it in here when we're already talking about crazy stuff. So the other story that I have is also happening in Costa Rica around the same time, probably a few weeks later. I obviously didn't learn from this crazy boat ride that I should stay safe, but anyway, I had met a guy from another place in Costa Rica. He was on a vacation in the place where I was when I met him. We talked and I don't know, he was a cool guy. So I kept talking to him and I thought it was fun to meet the locals. Later in the year, he came back on another trip with his friend and we agreed to meet up. But as you know, in Costa Rica, I didn't have any cell service. I didn't have a lot of communication ways. So we just agreed on kind of a time and kind of where we should meet in the city. And I was living in a host family a few kilometers away from the city. So I went alone to the city with, I think I took the bus, which was the most safe way to get around. So that was fine. And then I was away too early in the city. I was maybe 1 hour or half an hour early. The school was also located in the city, but none of my friends were really there and I didn't know what I would really do at the school. So I thought it was a little weird to go there. So I didn't know what to do to pass my time. So I just kind of wandered around. And then to get to this, I thought, okay, I'll go to the school. Maybe some people are there that I can talk to. To get to the school, there is an easy way that goes through the jungle forest kind of area, and then you're at the school. Now, when we go to lunch in the school life, like in the daily life, we go through this way and it's daylight and you can see everything and it's pretty safe. I have seen snakes around this area before, and throughout the end we also saw tarantulas in this area. But when it's daylight, you can pretty much see where you're walking, so it's fine. But this was nighttime and I decided that it would be best to walk this way, alone, in the middle of the night, because that's me, being really reckless and really stupid. But okay, nothing happened. There were no snakes that attacked me. There were no spiders on me. Everything was fine. I just kind of walked back and forth to kill time. I finally found my friends and the night was great and I had a lot of fun and I came home safely. But just to say that you should not walk around in a strange country full of creepy men. There are also creepy men in every other country, but here there were a lot of creepy men. And the culture is very different from mine, so I should probably think a little bit more about what I'm doing. You should not walk around in the forest jungle where there are snakes running freely around and they can be dangerous and you can't see anything and you can't call for help because nobody is around. You should just always walk with another person. You should never walk alone, especially not in the jungle. The last and final story that I'm going to share with you is just a quick one. We were on a kayak trip when I went to the gymnasium. It was here in Denmark a few years ago, and we were on this kind of field. It was an open ground in the middle of the forest, and it was next to the beach where we parked our kayaks. And then it was like doing gym. It was like a trip with gym class. There was like a hill where we were playing the games or like doing the gym, and then next to it there was like a flat field full of cows. And here in Denmark, cows are normal, they are peaceful and you can walk around them peacefully, we thought. When we need to go back to the kayaks, we need to go through this field to get to the beach where our kayaks was. And we thought, that's fine. We already went there once and cows are normal. Cows are nice, cows are peaceful. So we started to walk, and me and another friend, like we were like 3 people. We were like the last ones to walk. And we opened the gate. There's like a gate surrounding the hill. We opened the gate and we start to walk. And we see the cows racing towards us. They are running with fury in their eyes. They are running towards us with death in their eyes. And we were like, oh shit, what do we do now? I've never had this happen before. I've never had to run from a cow before. I did not know how fast they run. They seem to run pretty fast. So I thought, what the hell do we do? We cannot make it to the kayaks. We cannot make it to the other guys. So what we did, we just ran back and we like went behind the gate and we just kind of hid behind the gate. It's like a really thin piece of wood. They would have easily crashed through it if they really wanted to. But for some reason the cows stopped running. They just stopped running and went back to eating their grass. And I thought, okay, now I'm too scared to go out again. So how am I gonna get to my kayak? We just sucked it up and we went there, and they didn't go again, but I don't know why they started running towards us. But this is one time where I really felt like I was gonna die. This is one time where I really ran for my life, I felt like. I don't know if there was any serious danger. I don't know why the cows were running towards us. I just know that it was freaking scary. And that was all of my stories. My life is not really based upon crazy stories. My life is not that eventful, to be honest. Not a lot of dramatic things happen to me, thank the Lord. I'm a very peaceful person. I live my life quietly. I have fun. I go on adventures, but I'm pretty safe most of the time. But these were the things that has happened to me in my life, and I really hope that you enjoyed these stories. And I would love to know your most crazy story. You can leave a quick summary of it in the comments below. Just let me know the most crazy thing that ever happened to you. I would love to know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if I should do more story videos. I can talk about other stories, like my most funny stories or my sweetest stories or other stories. I have many more NatChats to come in the future, and I really hope that you enjoy this series. I really enjoy them because I get to talk a lot, which I love. But anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!